Here I have my new HX Stomp and Morningstar MC6. I've spent the last few days exploring setup possibilities, and I wanted to share a few of the solutions that I've come up with, which, in my opinion, make for a rather elegant pairing between the two units. Check out the description for a link to setup tutorials. I will say that this setup is kind of designed around rehearsals and last-minute gigs, situations where you don't always have your snapshots dialed in, or you're not sure what song is coming next, that sort of thing. I will also ask you to please ignore the guitar tones in this video. I'm playing through some of the effects presets that are dialed in for use with my Quilter amp, but I'm running direct to the interface here, so I'll smack on a cab sim at the end and hope for the best. Now here's what I've come up with so far. The HX Stomp is always in stomp mode. Switches A and B on the MC6 are emulating foot switches 4 and 5 on release. Foot switches 3, 4, and 5 are configured as stomp switches on the HX, so I can use them to turn blocks on and off, but I can't use them for any other function. I've outsourced tap tempo to the bottom right of the MC6. And the way it actually works is it sends the MIDI signal to the HX Stomp, the tap signal to the HX Stomp. The Stomp generates the clock, sends it back to the MC6, and the MC6 responds to the clock upon button press. So it's always kind of 1 BPM behind what you actually set it to, but it's good enough for rehearsals and that sort of thing. I'm still working out the kinks. I hope there's a way to make it actively listen, but I'm not sure. Across the top of the MC6, I have direct access to snapshots 1, 2, and 3. You can see them changing here. And this is the only bank I'm running on the MC6 at the moment, so it's just these 6 switches I've set up here. And from this screen, I can jump to, say, snapshot 2, and then toggle the bit crush on or off, and so on, kind of whatever the song requires. And this is the fun part. So I've also got preset selection via the MC6, even though I have foot switches 4 and 5 configured as stomp switches. So a long press on the FS4 will enter preset scroll mode on the stomp. When you release, you jump down 1 preset, enter snapshot mode, and from there I can read all my snapshot names, select the snapshot I want, and then we're in stomp mode, and I've got 5 switches available to turn effects on or off as needed. I haven't configured these two for anything yet. So not bad, huh? The reason I've set it up this way is sometimes a song just needs a little bit more edge or a little bit less delay, and I still want all my stomp switches available to trigger blocks as needed. Now let's say I'm in the middle of a cover set, and we've just finished a bit crushed rendition of Enter Sandman. And I decide that I want a dark, clean tone for lead work in the next song. Say it's like an acoustic thing, piano-based. So I'll just scroll down my 2 presets. Now we're in snapshot mode, the Anoesis, and I want lead work, and it's kind of a pop song, so let's go with Bright. Switch the boost on. And then from there I can still tap tempo while drum's counting in. Now the best bit is that this workflow doesn't even use the long press actions on switches D, E, and F on the MC6. So if you wanted looper controls or anything fancy like that, you can say set up a page toggle like I've done here, and then punch in any function you can imagine on these next 6 switches, and still be able to control your entire HX Stomp and all of your presets from just 1 bank on the Morningstar MC6. So that's my setup. I'll let you know as I update it, but in the meantime, I've put links to set up these foot switches and the tap tempo clock response in the description on my website. So yeah, check those out if you're interested in setting anything up like this. And catch you next time.